Okay, you want the good news or you want the good news?
Is there news?
Good news. Let's go.
There is news, yeah.
Let's go.
We might have to pull all those footings out.
No, fuck off.
Serious.
Yeah.
We are waiting today. We are waiting to hear back what's going on. Get to work, boys.
I am working.
No, like to work.
Oh, did you get a call?
Results are in.
Oh, let's go. Well, I'm ready, man. I'm in my work boots.
We're building a deck. Let's go, boys. It's passed.
Oh, it passed.
Yeah.
Look, I don't really see God as the competition, but if you go against me, you the opposition. But if you
I actually have a job again. I'm getting paid.
ever since you're so persistent,
Well, we had a good day and a half break.
back to back, let's get back to winning. As a matter of fact, I'm not that forgiving, cause you did this to yourself. That's a
All right, so we got our marks on the foundation from when we did our excavation. So it marks the center on how we laid all these columns out. So now I'm going through, I'm starting dead center of the deck. I'm putting my framing square on that mark, and then I'm gonna transfer it with the level onto the top of the concrete pier. What this is gonna do is it's gonna give me my 2-foot reference mark off the foundation, and then I'm gonna go down on each end of the deck, and I'm gonna use the active track mode on the Stabila. So we could set it up again on each one, but there's no need. We'll mark our center and pull our measurements from there, and that's how we're gonna start laying out our brackets for our posts, and then from there we'll set our beams on top.
that's a bad decision. I don't see no one in front of me. You is a ghost. You ain't got a soul. Whoa. Always say that they gon' come for me, knowing they won't. They doing the most. Whoa. Chasing my, gotta get already. Not selling my. You on the, y'all moving, ready to. Whoa. I'm the main event.
Okay, so now I'm on the other end of the deck, and I'm gonna mark our 24-inch. Now I can take my receiver, set the tolerance to tight there, and then I can use the automatic center on there. So I'll just hold this on the mark, hold that button, flashes at me, it's indicating that the laser is gonna center on that point. So now it just takes a few seconds, it'll line it up. I'll go and verify that on the other end. Once that's verified, we're good, that's a straight line. I'll then go to my center row again, and then I'll mark the perpendicular line it's shooting, and then that gives us our starting point with circle and measurements.
Whoa. I'm the main event. Ain't no back and forth. Let's get it. Heartless in the G. Yeah. Really get lost. Okay, with it. Ain't nobody in front of me. Ain't nobody in front of me. Ain't nobody in front of me.
Okay, so we're on the other side of the deck now. So I'll pull over, butt up against the wall, mark my 24-inch, and I'll double check it with my receiver. So that's centered on my line. That's pretty close to the 24 inches, not exactly, but it's good enough.
Nobody in front of you. You can try to prove me wrong and try to give respect, but who we looking for if there was no one left?
Okay, so now we're at the front of the deck. So now we're gonna mark this front pier. The laser is shooting a parallel line against the home, so now it's shooting a perpendicular one to the front. So I'll use the receiver. Okay, so that's centered. Perfect, so now we can use it as a reference point, and we can pull measurements to either set of piers, and then from there we can snap a line through the middle. And we'll do the same thing at the house side.
Ain't nobody in front of me. 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 This my game won't stop. No, I can't fit in your box. Whoa, that's the mauling shop. Froze.
I'm just making sure the flanges here are parallel with where our beam will be running. And then I'm gonna screw it in, not too tight, so that we can kind of adjust it, make micro adjustments with the string line.
Demolish shop, froze, set the scene, no plot, hoes, whoa, please don't play me, cause when I let the beat sound, you think I'm crazy, but none of you critics gon' faze me, so when I talk like this, don't blame me, I know I'm bad with it, go against a goat, that's bad business, all of y'all are jokes so sad with it, to me, you're just a ghost, don't get mad with me, just, it's in my, gotta get.
Okay, so what we've done, we've marked our centers, drilled our holes, we've roughly set our brackets, we know where our marks are on either side, so what we're doing is we're stringing a line between the two, we're offsetting the center for now, so that way it doesn't impact the string line. So once they've determined we're good, I'll go through and I will tighten up the bolt on both ends. So that means the beam's nice and parallel across the footings and the saddles. And I'll make these micro adjustments to the center one, making sure it's touching on both sides of the string line, tighten it down. So we're doing this process on every trench, so that way when we begin to start framing, our beam is nice and square, it's nice and straight, and all of our joists are gonna land in the center of them.
Already, now selling my, you wanna, y'all moving, ready to, whoa. I'm the main event, ain't no back and forth, let's get it, heartless in the G, yeah, better get low, don't get with it, ain't nobody in front of me, 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 you can try to prove it wrong and try to give respect.
Got our brackets all installed where they need to be, so now the next step is to verify the height of the deck against the helm. We're not attaching the deck off the home, it's going to be floating. However, I still want to reference the home because the deck boards will be going to the house, so I want to make sure it's going to fit underneath all the siding from end to end. So where Matt is right now, we've established our elevation there, and Evan is setting up our Stabila right now. So we're gonna set the grade to that mark, and then we're going to reference it and double check it off each end of the house. If everything is right and the decking will slide under, we'll begin to subtract our joists and our beam height, and then we're going to start with cutting our posts. Gone through, we've marked all of our post heights. Evan's transferred all the marks, and Evan's cutting them. So now that we've cut them, we got to double check that they fit and they're at the right elevation. So I've set the laser to where they need to be, and I'm going back through and I'm double checking that we get that consistent ring. So that's good. So now once they're good, we'll cover that with tape, and we're ready for our beams after that. I woke up today, we got a lot of rain. I think the worst part of it happened this morning. However, we're getting to a point where we're almost done with the beams. So we're just gonna finish up the beams for today and call it a wrap.
Just finished putting the rest of the beams in yesterday, so now we're going through, we're taping all the tops of them, getting ready for joists.
I'm the main event, ain't no back and forth, let's get it, heartless in the G, yeah, better get lost, don't get with it, ain't nobody in front of me, 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 you can try to prove me wrong and try to give respect, but who we looking for if there is no one left, ain't nobody in front of me, ain't nobody in front of me, ain't nobody in front of me, ain't nobody in front of me.
That's it for the video. Thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned for next week's video where we tackle all the joists on this monster. Catch you on the next one.